What is up everyone, it's Batteren. Today we're gonna watch Man Who Escaped from Prison Broke Into My House, recommended by this guy over here. Let's get straight into this.
One day when I was about 6 or 7 years old, my mom had gone to my older sister's recital in Georgia, and my dad was at work. He was a pilot for some airline. So she left me and my older brother, who was only 12 at the time, at the sitter's house, which was a few blocks away from my house. My sitter, who I'm gonna call Bev, was 19, and she was pretty much the best kind of sitter to a 6 to 7 year old boy could ask for. She'd let us play games and stay up watching TV, as long as we didn't bother her while she was on the phone with her boyfriend. We were watching TV, and we could hear something scratching the paneling on the side of the house. Naturally, we blew it off as a stray animal, so we continued watching TV. About 30 minutes to an hour later, Bev ran into the living room and locked the front door and shut the blinds. We were curious as to what she was doing. Me and my brother, being kids, got scared and started crying. Then Bev said everything would be okay. It was just a peeping Tom. So she took us upstairs and we went to her parents' room with the Nintendo and some snacks. She said stay put and not to touch anything we didn't bring into the room. Not a minute later after she walked out of the room, we heard a loud crash and glass shattering in the room below us. The sicko had thrown a brick from the walkway through the guest bedroom window and managed to get in. I remember Bev running into the room and pulling us into the closet and telling us we were going to play a game of hide and seek and to be very quiet. She got out of the closet and locked it from the outside latch and disappeared. Several minutes passed and we could hear a grown man screaming, come out wherever you are. I only want to play." Then I heard what sounded like water running in the bathroom across from the closet. Then it shut off. And I heard Bev yelling something at the man. It was something like, "The police are on their way. You better get out of my fucking house now." Then we could hear loud, heavy footsteps sprinting out of the room, and then sirens wailing in the distance. Bev shrieked, and we heard a loud thud on the ground below us. Bev had managed to find an old wooden bat. As the man turned a corner to go out the front door, Bev swung the bat as hard as she could, knocking the man to the floor. Dazed, he got up and tried chasing her outside, but the cops had already arrived and tackled the man on sight. My mom came home immediately and took me, my brother, and Bev back to my house. A few years later, she explained that the man was a known sex offender and had escaped from prison. In the report, he was said to be carrying a rather large knife in his pocket and had a Saturday night special tucked away in the waist of his pants.
I know people may argue that these videos do seem very cliche, but you have to remember these stories are claimed to have been based on true life events. This video in particular does not seem far-fetched at all, in my opinion. This babysitter was very defensive in this video. I'm assuming that she's very naive when it comes to situations like this. But for a naive individual, she did very well to protect the children and herself. They were very fortunate that the police actually caught this guy, and it must have been very liberating for them, especially since the guy got up after she hit him with the baseball bat and started chasing her, and especially since the police actually found out that he was carrying a knife and a fucking pistol this whole time. So essentially the police saved their lives. She did the best she could in that situation, but although the police caught him and he's going to prison, I still think he will pursue his desire for being a sex offender. Seriously. If ever that situation happened to her again, my only advice would be to hit him a little harder so he stays down, or hit him in that correct spot that makes him unconscious. If you guys enjoyed my reaction and review to this animated horror story, please check out these, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and peace!